One of the things you have to do before winter comes is clean your wood stove if you have one. Most chimney fires that I have researched, house fires that have to do with wood stoves, are because someone didn't clean the chimney properly. And people wonder why the insurance is so high on having a wood stove in your home. It's because the insurance companies know people are lazy and they don't want to clean. So get yourself a really good brush, a good, chimney brush that fits the diameter of your stovepipe, and clean your wood stove once a year. It takes like maybe an hour to do, if that. Take it apart, clean it out, vacuum a little bit, and then you're done. It's that simple. And so go ahead and just take the time to do it. Like I said, the reason why the insurance is so high on homes is because the insurance companies know you're not going to clean your chimney, and it's just only a matter of time, or it could, be only a matter of time before you have a chimney fire. And so go ahead and clean your stove. So that's what we're going to do today. It's one of the things we have to get done before winter time. The temperatures are starting to drop in the evening, and so it's just one of those things you got to get done before you want to start having a wood fire in your stove every night to keep your home nice, warm, and toasty. So, and plus we're going to do some regular routine maintenance, check it over, make sure everything's looking good, and give it a once over before we put it in full use this winter. First things first, we have to take apart a few screws. There's screws right along this edge here, and then there's screws right along this edge up here. You take off both of these screws, and this will slide down and allow you to remove this stack, and then you can easily clean it. And we take it outside to clean it because Jamie doesn't like all of the soot all over her nice pretty floor. So, if you want to keep your wife happy during this process, do most of the cleaning outside. Now you notice it doesn't look that bad. It's got some creosote buildup in there, but not a lot. It doesn't look too bad. But take a look above this. This is the stack closest to the stove. It's got a little bit of creosote, but not a lot. We can clean that out. But take a look up closer to the top of the ceiling. Now see there's a good buildup of creosote, and that's the stuff that becomes flammable that can burn your house down. And the scary part about this is right almost where the point where the chimney stack enters into the ceiling. And so that's where you worry about a chimney fire actually occurring. So that's what I'm going to clean out. I'm going to get all that out of there today to make sure it's all gone, and give the rest of it a good once over and clean it up, and then we'll be good to go for the year again. Think you can scrub this while Daddy works on the rest of the stuff inside? Okay. Here, it's kind of hard. Yeah. All right, I'll let you get to that, and just don't scrape the outside of it. Hey, remember what I said about keeping, Mama happy? No messes. So make sure you put a bag over this so that when you start scrubbing the top from being on the roof, all that soot that's gathered in here is going to go collect in this bag and keep Mama happy, because none of it's getting on the floor or spread around the house. So make sure you put a bag and then just duct tape it to this, and in theory it should catch everything. And just like that, we're clean and good to go. All right, we got this thing all back together, but there's one more thing I want to check that I believe that needs attention. So let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, so after 3 years of using this, on the door here, the gasket has started to detach itself from the door. So what I want to do is go ahead and reattach that. There's a special glue that you can use for this, and we're going to go ahead and put it on and then reattach that gasket. It's just little maintenance things like this that you just have to, pay attention to for your wood stove to make it last a long time and make it as efficient as possible, because these stoves, the real good ones, especially like this True North one here, they are very, very efficient. And the way that they're so efficient is because they're airtight. And so you want to keep these as airtight as possible, and that means making sure the gasket remains in place. So let's go ahead and do that now. If you go on eBay, you can find these little gasket kits, and they're not very expensive. I have a couple of them actually stored up just in case we ever need them. And we use these for all of our barrel stoves on the property. So like in the greenhouse and in the smokehouse, we basically just took barrels, 55-gallon drums, and made them, you buy those little stove kits at like Home Depot or whatever your local hardware store is. They sell those, or you can find them on eBay, those stove kits to turn a 55-gallon drum into a stove, a wood stove. Well, you buy a kit like this to make sure every crevice of that new stove, that barrel stove, where the door goes and where the lid goes, has a gasket around it, so that you keep it airtight. Because remember, I told you that a good stove, an efficient stove, is airtight. And so you buy something like this to make it airtight so that it burns longer and only burns with the oxygen that you allow it to have. So this glue in here will be perfect to reattach our gasket on our wood stove. And so I'll just open the kit, take out the glue, and then go ahead and use the cement, and then go ahead and apply it to the gasket, and we'll be back in business. Now the rest of this gasket seems to be pretty snug against this door, so I'm not really worried about that. What I'm going to do is just put the cement right alongside here and then reattach. And you want to make sure you don't get this on the other side of the gasket, because then you could glue your door shut and you wouldn't be able to get into it, and that would be horrible. Or it'd actually be quite, funny at first or after you got the door open. But it wouldn't be funny right away. Okay, there we go. I know our glass is kind of dirty right now, but we used to clean our glass all the time when we first got our wood stove, and then we realized that it was kind of a waste of time. It's just going to get black again, but also when you get this thing hot enough on the coldest nights, this glass clears right up, so it burns all the soot right off, so not a big deal. There's nothing like having a nice warm stove in the wintertime. And it's good to be able to finally have this thing ready to go. Winter's coming, and there's just an amazing feeling to come in from the outside elements, whether it's snowing, raining, or sleeting, and come in and just see a nice warm hearth that you can get up next to, and the kids are happy, and Mama's happy, and you got wood next to it, and got the peach wine over there, and there's going to be some good nights this winter where get the kids to bed and have this nice warm stove going and sitting down and enjoying a nice glass of peach wine. Times will be good. All right. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button below the video. It really means a lot to us. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Now you can support An American Homestead by becoming a patron. Visit patreon.com/An American Homestead to see all the benefits of becoming a patron of our channel. You'll get access to private videos, pictures, and even live question and answer sessions that you can participate in. Some patrons will even receive free gifts throughout the year from the homestead. Visit patreon.com/An American Homestead to check it out and see the rewards of supporting our channel.